Hello, this is BloodNDeception, and today I'll be reviewing... Really? Really? Well, I guess it's not all that bad. It's still a good series, in my opinion. And, well, let's get into it. This is School Days, and if you haven't seen it, just keep watching. This series is pretty much an interpretation of the H game, the visual novel, School Days, by Overflow. And, well, it starts off with a boy named Makoto Ito, who is a high school student who is currently on the train on his way to school. And it starts out with him seeing a beautiful, beautiful girl who happens to be shy and likes to read books. And when he saw her, he felt that it was meant to be. Now, where does this lead you? It leads you to school, where we happen to meet another one of our characters, Sekai. And Sekai gives an explanation on the meaning of what her name is, which is Earth, I guess. And then you figure out that Sekai befriends the girl that he's in love with. And where does that lead them to? Well, it leads both characters to realizing that they're both completely shy, and it takes Sekai to get them together. And which leads into Sekai being a complete whore. Whoopie-fucking-do. And where does that lead them to? 4 episodes down, and Makoto end up fucking Sekai over the other girl, Kotonoha. Who wouldn't have guessed that? I know what you're thinking. This is probably one of the most ridiculous anime that I'm probably reviewing. And, if you've watched a lot of other reviews, it's got a lot of pretty bad reviews. And, I'm not going to argue with you on that one, because it's got a lot of bad reviews. But, to be frank, I actually liked this anime. I didn't really care that it was, that it was so typical of a school anime, but, the point is that, this anime still had a lot of ups and downs, but either way, it was unique, and, let's continue. Later on, we get to meet Sekai's friend, Setsuna, who happens to be, the typical kind of bossy, goody two-shoes, who just wants what's right for a friend. And, later on, you figure out that she has her own desires that she wants to fulfill. But later on, you also get to see she gets written out of the series because apparently nobody liked her character, which I didn't like because I've seen the visual novels, and personally, Setsuna's character was bastardized in this anime because, well, let's just face it, the anime adaptation is not as good as the visual novel in certain aspects, but at the same time, it's got certain things that the visual novels did not have. Setsuna's character is better in Summer Days, but either way you look at it, Setsuna's still a good character, because all she wants is the best for Sekai. And back to the story. Later on, you figure out that Makoto wanted nothing to do with Kotonoha, therefore he went to Sekai, and he slept with her. And just to keep it that way, Setsuna decided she wanted to, in a way, keep them together. So then Makoto pretty much has to stay with Sekai, because Setsuna knew she was leaving. She was going, I'm pretty sure, to France, and in a last-ditch effort, she didn't even tell Sekai that she was leaving. She just left. But right before then, she had Makoto promise that if he stayed with Sekai, she isn't Setsuna, will give Makoto her body. Let's just say it that way. And, yeah, he ends up sleeping with Setsuna. Yeah. Really. Yeah. Well, after that, they have a school festival, and well, let's just say this. I'm pretty sure it was something to do with the fact that if you dance with the one you love, you will stay a couple. And, well, let's just say this. He didn't dance with Kotonoha, even though he promised her. That's right. You figure out that Makoto is not only a chicken shit who'd get his ass kicked in real life, but the fact that he goes around sleeping with all these people, and he's a complete liar. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Then after that, it makes Makoto look like an even bigger douche, because, well, let's just say this. Kotonoha gets raped by his best friend. Yeah. It really just went there. Yeah. And, yeah, that was complete bullshit. That was one of the biggest flaws in that anime. It made all the characters look like shit. Except for Kotonoha, because you really felt bad for her. After that, Kotonoha, still feeling faithful to Makoto, even though Makoto is a cheating douchebag, still says that she is Makoto's girlfriend. Yeah, she really is either desperate or she really loves the fucking kid, which I kind of give her credit for, because if I had someone that did that to me, I'd kick that bitch to the curb. Continuing on where we left off, Makoto, still dealing with Sekai, I don't know, kind of comes to a halt there. They're still together. Makoto's still cheating with all the other in the class and or school, which leads to pretty much everything that leads up to the following last minute ending. We pretty much get a lot of story from the secondary characters that really had a crush on Makoto, which obviously leads him to fucking them, which is kind of sad. And in the end, Sekai wants to stay with Makoto, even though she knows that all this is going on, which even more leads to this big lie, apparently, that Sekai was pregnant. Yeah, who would figure, huh? That Makoto didn't even wear a condom. And I have a question. Where the hell are their parents when all this is going on? Seriously. I mean, I know in the H game that Makoto has a sister, but seriously, like, she's like a couple years old. But, like, seriously, where is all their parents? The only time you see them is possibly in the H games / visual novels. But seriously, where are they? But that's aside the point. I mean, who really wants to know where their parents are other than the people who actually, question anime logic? But yeah, back to the story. Well, let's just say this. It was used as a big lie, which makes everybody in school worried, and they don't want a piece of Makoto anymore. Yeah, I know. It's sad. But even so, he's still able to find a good 1 or 2 people to sleep with. Yeah, this kid really is a fucking pimp, but at the same time, he's a complete joke. Even so, he still somehow gets the ladies. It's ridiculous. It's redonkulous! Yeah. But even so, he still ends up finding a way to somehow sleep his way into more people's beds. I mean, hell, he even slept with somebody in a lab. At least I'm pretty sure it was a lab. The lab table, I mean. You know what I mean. Anyways, leading into one of the final episodes, you still get to see Makoto getting drained from the fact that he's sleeping with everybody, and the fact that he's still dating Sekai. He still somehow tries to get laid. Really, Makoto? Really? This is right here where I'm getting really sick and tired of this show, because it's just so dull. But then, as it even gets duller, he calls Kotonoha. Yeah. He goes there. They make up, and then Sekai somehow gets, pushed to the side, and even she is horrified from the fact that he would go back to her. And I'm not gonna blame him, but yeah, that kid's a fucking douchebag. I don't know. I used to like this character, but the more and more I look back at it, he's a horrible main character. Oh my god, this is just horrible. What a horrible main character. I can't believe this shit. But the more and more I see it, the more and more I still can't believe it. Well, let's look at the last episode now, when you think about it. It comes down to they want Sekai to pretty much get an abortion. Yeah, they went there too. And Makoto ends up going back to check on her, and they wanted to have a conversation, which leads to Makoto getting a weird text. And he has to scroll down because apparently he has a lot of emails. Or a lot of text messages. Yeah. Which leads to the biggest, or one of the biggest mindfucks that you will see. What the fuck? I mean, seriously. Who would... Who... What the fuck? I mean, seriously. Really? That's bullshit. That ending is bullshit. This is one of the endings that you would not believe would happen. But yeah, it happened. One of the only main characters that you really, and by the end of the series, one of the only main characters that you wanted to die would actually die. I know. Surprising. Let alone after that, you see Kotonoha enter the room and see Makoto's dead corpse lying on the ground, and pretty much they would end pretty much with her going to the rooftop and meeting Sekai, as in the school rooftop, not the rooftop of that building. But in the end, you would see them pretty much battling it out, and well, you figure out that Sekai apparently was lying, and that she wasn't pregnant at all. Who figured? She just used that as a clever pun to just stay with Makoto. And the major ending is, well, you see Kotonoha on a boat. Yeah. With Makoto's head chopped off. Really, it went there. It really did. And, my mind was so blown from this that, at the same time, I hate this anime. It is somehow a life changer because it's so, not just retarded, but it's kinda, you kinda wanted to have that. In the end, you wanted to have them end with at least a threesome or something. But they don't. They end with the biggest mindfuck that you would pretty much imagine. Seriously. I mean, come on!